I feel like a student before finals. I should have studied.
Good luck, Apollo. You're going to need it.
The Big Illusion!
I followed the route exactly as I was instructed. There is an emergency exit in the backstage where a stagehand waited. From there, one can enter the forum on the opposite side of the stage. The plan was for me to move there in 2 minutes. I was on my way when I heard the voice.
It was not 2 minutes. It was 20 seconds.
2 minutes, you say? The mystery deepens. Did you alter time? Did you have a time turner, like from the Harry Potter series, where they were like time turner, and then they got to do the whole thing again?
I suppose it was too much to hope the judge would come up with something.
That's just my curiosity. Take it away, Mr. Justice.
Right, Your Honor. All I have to do is find the contradiction between what Lamiroir is saying and what we can see plainly in the video.
I figured it out already. I'm a magician after all.
Well, tell me, Trucy. Trucy, tell me. Trucy, tell me. Tell me, Trucy. Well, tell me. Tell me.
Not a chance. I won't do it. I can't reveal another magician's secrets. Come on, they'd kick me out. I'd never be able to go to the magic castle ever again.
Hey, you're supposed to be on my side here. Can't you give me a hint? Trucy, please, Trucy. Trucy, please. Please, Juicy. All right, we can figure this out. We're smart enough. We're basically magicians. We're legal magicians. The Big Illusion.
I followed the route exactly as I was instructed.
Press it. How did you proceed along the route?
How? Why, I walked.
But you arrived behind the forum much too fast to have been walking. Did you have rocket skates that I haven't found anywhere? Tell the truth, Lamiroir. You rode some kind of vehicle, some kind of vent bike.
What? A vehicle? What vehicle? Was it a vent bike?
Ah, what a novel idea. I like it.
Hey, that's not a bad guess. It's wrong, but not bad.
Yes, laugh at the dumb attorney. I don't mind. It's not like I want to be a cool magician.
I'm sorry, but the girl is right. That fence is much too small for vehicles. It was a tight fit, even I had to crouch as I walked. I cannot imagine a vehicle that would fit in such a small space.
Like one of those hoverboards that you sit on and you could just like lean forward and just kind of go, right? Those ones that all the cool kids use and they catch on fire and are extremely dangerous? No? If it wasn't a vehicle, what was it?
You had me going for a while there, Mr. Justice. Too bad. I thought it was a good explanation. Ready for the next part?
Why do I feel like I'm on some kind of quiz show? Maybe someone was dressed as her. That is a very good answer that could have happened. Although then you have another person who we don't know who they are. There's an emergency exit in the backstage where a stagehand waited. The stagehand, maybe. Did everyone on the concert staff know about the trick?
Not all, only a few that were needed to help. See, like I said, it's on a need-to-know basis.
So not many people knew about the trick.
What were these stagehands required to do?
One needed to open the emergency exit. The door to the stairs is locked, but once through there, from there, one can enter the forum on the opposite side of the stage.
So when you came back out, you were behind the audience.
Yes, that is how it worked.
Not a bad show, if I do say so myself.
That's Uncle Valance for you, the old grammary touch.
But on the video, you were only gone for 20 seconds. How is that possible?
That's the part I don't get either.
Yes, it would be hard to go so far in only 20 seconds.
It did take her 2 minutes. Somebody else popped out, I think.
The plan was for me to move there in 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
Yes, it can be done in 1 minute if you are running.
Running? In that cramped dark tunnel above the ceiling? Blind? No.
Ah, Monsieur Attorney, have you forgotten? Dark or lit, it makes no difference to me.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Ah, that's true!
So you're saying that on the night of the concert, you made the trip in 2 minutes?
Yes, so I nearly didn't make it in time. You see, I stopped halfway.
Lamiroir disappears on the video for 20 seconds, but she says she made the trip in 2 minutes.
If you my professional opinion, I'll bet the answer's right there in that video.
Well, Mr. Justice, perhaps you have some evidence for us? Something that can explain the discrepancy between the video and her testimony?
Aha! Evidence explaining the discrepancy. Let's watch that video. Does she have a mustache when she comes back? Oh, it's hard to tell because of the veil. Alright, this is where his guitar catches on fire. I couldn't tell, there's a veil. I feel like it's gotta be that, right? There's one piece of evidence that explains the discrepancy between video and testimony. That's the video itself.
Aha! So this is it, the magical key to unlocking this illusion's dark secret? Tell us how it works, quickly! I can't bear the suspense.
I was kind of hoping someone else would jump in at this point. Well, you see...
Herr Judge, I do hate to spoil the mood, but I haven't the faintest idea what he's talking about, and neither does he. I'm a little confused too there, Apollo.
Right! By which I conclude that I was wrong.
Better luck next time, Pollywog.
Mr. Justice, I'm holding you responsible for spoiling my mood.
Was that a tear I just saw in the judge's eye? Alright, nothing to do but rethink this through. The key's in the video somewhere, I'm sure of it. So, if the video itself doesn't actually contain a clue, and we can't prove it because there was a veil over what I think would have been the crucial moment, maybe we should say that there is no evidence. What kind of evidence could prove that?
What's your professional opinion?
What's your professional opinion about this one, Trucy?
Sorry, I don't work in evidence.
And I don't work in tricks. I'm an attorney, not a magician, for crying out loud.
Really? I'm sure Daddy would have loved working on this.
Thanks, that makes me feel oh so much better.
Well, I don't know about all of you, but I find this mystery fascinating. And I'm not letting this trial go any further until we get to the bottom of it. The defense will continue with the cross-examination until we have some answers.
Easier said than done. Alright, that just knocks us back out here. So we're no closer to finding out something about the video. I was on my way when I heard the voice. Let's press this one, because we hadn't pressed that one yet, I guess. And it was Darian's voice you heard?
Yes, I am certain it was him.
A matter best left for later, yeah? Put that forehead of yours to work on this illusion first. Hold on. I think the identity of the killer is a little more important, don't you?
Importance, schmortance. Objection overruled. Tell us about the illusion.
Whoa, that was the penalty noise.
Now you're just trying to avoid the problem at hand, Apollo.
Trying to avoid the problem. This is a murder trial. The killer is the problem. If we find the killer, there's not a problem. And I don't have to explain a magic trick. The contradiction between Lamiroir's testimony and the video. Unraveling an illusion can't be so different from solving a normal case, right?
Sorry, Apollo, I'm not telling. Not even if you make those puppy dog faces.
Fine, fine. I thought I did look at them. Is there a different way to check it? Because I looked at the veil, and I didn't notice anything like, okay, oh, there's the veil here. Maybe the pattern of the veil is important, because it's a reverse question mark that kind of goes like that, right? Is it a different pattern here? It looks the same to me, actually. I was really hoping there'd be like a little mustache there. to just really give it away. It's a really good illusion. Do I have anything else? Her brooch? Oh. That's a good question. Let's look. Here's her face. I can't tell if she's wearing a brooch here. We're gonna watch through and see if we see a brooch. Is it right there? I think it is. She's wearing a brooch here. It's just so hard to actually tell. It's so tiny. There it is. There's the brooch, really clear right there. And here it's gone. Man, it's just, that's so subtle. Let's present evidence explaining the discrepancy. There's one piece of evidence that explains the discrepancy between the video and the testimony, and it's not the tape, it's actually the brooch she's wearing. Lamiroir, do you happen to remember this brooch? Bazoom! Pow!
Aha, the brooch! We saw that yesterday, did we not? Is it a magical brooch? Does it let her teleport?
It was found at the scene, Your Honor. And you're bringing this up now? Why? I thought we had already determined when that was dropped. So did I. But we hadn't. Oh. Take another look at the video. As we were watching scant moments ago, lift your arms right there. There's very clearly a brooch right here. Here you can see she's wearing a brooch.
So she is.
Let's look a bit later. It's so hard to tell. They have it at such an awkward angle. But you can see just the little top of her dress right there.
Ooh, what? The brooch! It's gone!
What? Yeah. The brooch disappeared in the short space of 20 seconds. And it takes a full minute to run from the stage to the backstage. Which means there can be only one explanation. The Lamiroir we see before the Vanishing Act and the Lamiroir we see after are two different people.
What?
The brooch was found on the floor at the crime scene, and not just on the floor, but on the floor directly beneath, slightly to the left of the air vent. Lamiroir, tell me, did you drop the brooch on your way from the stage to the backstage at the very moment you witnessed the crime?
Yes, I think I did.
Order, Prosecutor Gavin.
From your expression, I gather you had no idea this was the case, Herr Judge? I, of course, knew about it. What?
What?
Don't get me wrong, I wasn't hiding it. It just never occurred to me that the switch and the shooting took place at the same time. So, I was right. There was a switch. There was. Just before the stage's tower rose, Lamiroir was replaced.
Well, on the subject, just who was this replacement, Lamiroir?
By the man behind the illusion, Lamiroir. So there was a little mustache under that veil. It was Gramarye? That's quite the illusion, but I still don't get it. He's got a nice figure.
Yes?
The switch happened before the tower rose, correct? So you weren't on the stage.
That's right. But this fake Lamiroir is still...
This fake Lamiroir is still singing, and she's pretty good.
That's true.
Come on, Apollo, that's an easy one. They were just playing a recording.
So Gavin is on some kind of air guitar band, Fraulein.
Oh? You mean I'm wrong?
When we play a show live, we play live. No recordings.
Perhaps you can explain, Lamiroir. Very well.
Yes, do tell, and add it to your testimony.
I had to keep singing, even while I moved.
So you were singing in the vent? Wouldn't the acoustics be wildly different because you're in the middle of a vent and it's echoing everywhere? We're pressing that. You were singing in the vent. Just singing in the vent? What a wonderful evening. I'm happy again.
Yes. Monsieur Gavin, expressity is like for recordings. So I use this.
Wait, so you were singing the whole time? Even when you were crawling above the ceiling toward the backstage?
Why should it matter where I sing when everywhere I go is the same darkness?
Because acoustics are wildly different in a concert hall versus a metal vent. That's like the far extremes on one to the other. But fine, whatever. Whatever.
But if you were singing while you were walking...
That's right, wouldn't the shooter and victim have heard? She was singing right over their heads after all.
That is right. That's right. That is right. That is right. Are you sure? You have to be pretty hard of hearing to miss someone singing in the ceiling. Once again, we come back to the state of the scene of the crime. The song is playing through the speakers, so they would hear her singing and think she's just singing on stage. What stage?
Ah, I know what he means. That old speaker, Apollo.
The speaker? That speaker was blaring at the time of the murder.
That's for monitoring the stage from this room. Monitoring? It pipes in a real-time feed from the stage microphones. Useful for knowing when your set's coming up.
Satisfied. That dressing room was fitted with a large speaker playing a direct feed from the stage. At my request, actually. So Lamiroir singing in the ceiling sounded just like Lamiroir singing over the speaker.
Ingenious. Her voice was hidden by her voice.
Lamiroir?
I have just remembered something very important that I should have had said earlier.
Do tell.
When I heard the noise, the gunshots, yes, it startled me, so I stopped singing.
What?
I forgot the words I was supposed to sing.
The song stopped?
Thankfully, it was the very beginning of the second verse, so not many would notice.
Forehead, that mixing board I lent you. Where is it? The mixing, huh? What? Was I supposed to still have that? Was that the thing?
That machine, Apollo, the one that breaks the music into tracks.
The light would have started early because that Lamiroir was a fake one. She left earlier than that. That's why she's singing. Because somebody else, there was a fake on stage still whenever she actually left to go walk and come up the other place. It happened earlier than that. Oh, this! I completely forgot about it. It's just been sitting here in my pocket. Let me just... Alright. Let's take a listen. Sugar, sugar. Oh, that night in your embrace.
When you stole away the keys, my heart held on to so tight.
Can I adjust things? No, I just have to listen this time.
Pleasure, but a fleeting melody.
The song does stop there.
It does? I must have missed it.
Look at the lyric sheet. At the top of the second verse. See where it says pleasure, pleasure? Now listen again. She only says pleasure one time. When you stole away the keys, my heart held on to so tight. Pleasure, pleasure. She should have said pleasure again. So that's the moment that she heard the shot go off. There was a fake person on stage, and the real her messed up the song, but in a way most people wouldn't notice since you don't know the song.
This is evidence indeed. I believe we are guilty of making a terrible mistake.
The crime didn't happen during the third set. It happened during the second, during Lamiroir's ballad.
If that's true, then no one on stage during the second set could have been the shooter.
Which means that Darian Crescend could have done it. He wasn't on stage for the second set. Well, Prosecutor Gavin, fascinating. Am I right? Do we agree? Are we friends?
I don't believe I've ever seen a trial turned around quite so thoroughly. Yet, one problem remains.
What's that, Prosecutor Gavin?
Her forehead theory does have a certain kind of logic to it. Yet it is entirely based on Lamiroir's testimony.
Yes? Is there a problem with this?
Well, it's quite simple, so it pains me to say it. What if she's lying to protect the defendant?
But you have no proof!
All I'm saying is that the truth is as yet unclear. Until we hear directly from the man himself.
That man? You don't mean...
Yes. So he is a friend and a band member. Darian Crescend must take the stand. I see no other way.
As someone with a new perspective on the case?
As a suspect, to be frank.
Ooh! Ooh! Oh, yeah! Finally, the rat's coming out of his hole! And I'm ready to catch him. Darian Crescend, get ready for justice.
This is as good a time as any to pause for a brief recess. The prosecution will summon the witness. Have him here and ready by the time we begin.
I'm the last man who needs to be reminded of what his duties are.
Very well. Court is adjourned for a 15-minute recess.
To be continued. We might have to cut it off there tonight, folks. Thanks for watching, everybody. This thing is just getting a little bit crazy. Wow. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already for some reason. Be sure to follow along as we finally get Darian Crescend on the stand. Bye for now.